Welcome to Spotlight. Today the 90s meets 2021 and it's going to be wild and it's going to be loony. We head into the serververse on Space Jam, a new legacy, and of course we take a trip down memory lane in Space Jam. And as always, we have awesome competition giveaways. Hey guys, it's your girl Colette Prince and the cinemas are open again. Sorry, I know each week it keeps getting a bit weirder, but as much as we love in-home entertainment, we love the big screen too, and also not killing the people we live with, because being cooped up will make you do some really strange things. So let's get the basketball rolling and start off with something for the entire family, and that's with the highly anticipated Space Jam: A New Legacy. We're heading into a nostalgic trip down Toontown with some of our favorite Looney Tunes, and we're going to have a look at some of the obvious changes that have been made from Space Jam to Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Man, shoot the ball! Let's try that again, shall we?
The movie is not a reboot of Space Jam, it is a sequel, so expect a totally different storyline and a completely different journey. Starting off with the lead protagonist that's played by famous basketball player LeBron James.
Yikes.
Here's LeBron James giving us some insight into his character and the movie.
It's a thing called parenthood in our world. That goes on between myself and my son, and the ups and downs and the ins and outs of trying to balance being a parent but also being a listener at the same time, and understanding that even though you as the parent feel like you always have the right answer, sometimes you need to just kind of listen before you miss out on the gifts that your kids may have.
Speaking of these athletes, the one thing that keeps popping up on social media is, why do we keep turning athletes into actors? And a part of me agrees. As much as I loved Space Jam, Michael Jordan wasn't the best actor, but that was in '96 and it's now LeBron James in 2021. So let's see what happens. Moving on to the soundtrack, you cannot talk about Space Jam without speaking about Pump Up the Jam, Pump It Up While Your Feet Are Stomping, and obviously the iconic Space Jam movie theme song. These songs are nostalgically corny, but in Space Jam: A New Legacy, they recognize how iconic these songs really are.
What's happening?
Pump up the jam.
My, look expensive!
Introducing the Goon Squad!
I got it! She got me.
They have featured Lil Uzi Vert on the remix of Pump Up the Jam, which will really relate and speak to a younger audience, and also speaks to the techno digital atmosphere that Space Jam: A New Legacy lends itself to. This movie really drives the importance of family, so if you don't like yours at the moment, take the family out to rekindle the bond that you guys once had. It's truly going to be fun for everyone involved.
Whoa.
So I've mentioned it before and I'm going to say it again. Cinemas are back again and we are so excited that we get to watch some really great movies and maybe even some interesting ones on the big screen. Head over to your cinema websites where you will find all the safety rules and protocols to ensure your safety at all times. But picking up from where we last left off, here's what you can look forward to when you return to cinemas.
You're gonna tell us everything you know.
I'm not telling you, mother.
You can electrocute him all day, it'll only make him angrier. I, on the other hand, will tell you everything.
There's nothing more powerful than the love of family. You turn that into anger, there's nothing more dangerous.
What do you think he kills with those?
Anything that swims.
Do you know what time it is? It is competition time, and because we are celebrating the release of Space Jam: A New Legacy, this week we are giving away 5 merchandise hampers consisting of key rings, bottles, bags, notebooks and basketballs. So this week's question is, which American rapper features in the remix of Pump Up the Jam in Space Jam: A New Legacy? SMS the keyword Spotlight and your answer to 41742. Competition ends midnight on the 4th of August. And as always, T's and C's apply. We have reached the end of the show, but to keep yourself in the loop with the latest movies and series, follow us on our socials so you're always up to date. But from myself, Colette Prince, catch you next time on Spotlight.